Hey, what it do with the business is.
It's another week in the books with the OndeckTV podcast. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown if you're looking for me on Instagram or Twitter.
Absolutely. I am Spike Lou on those same social sites. Holla at your boy. Can't believe you ain't in these TikTok streets yet.
Negativo.
Get with it. Get lost. Funniest shit in the world is on TikTok.
I made a TikTok and forgot to log in, bro.
You forgot to log in?
Tough.
Got to create another one of them. Got to get the burner going. People got the burner TikToks out here. That's nuts.
I might have to invest in that burner TikTok, though. You might be on to something. Hey, man, action-packed episode popping off today. Your man, Dababy, had an eventful week. Also, drill rap is under fire in New York, and we are bringing back our Rap Robin Hood episode. Whose stock are we buying, selling, and holding for 2022? This is an annual episode for those who have been rocking with us for a while. So definitely looking forward to that. But first, we got to talk about this much hyped, much anticipated Super Bowl halftime show, the first full hip-hop Super Bowl halftime show ever. My question, two-parter. Number one, did it live up to the hype? And number two, do you think we'll see more rap-themed Super Bowl halftime shows in the future?
Did it live up to the hype? Death Row. I'm all in. Yes. Talk about nostalgia. I've been watching football, Super Bowls in particular, for 30 years. I started with 1992. Bills, Giants is the first Super Bowl that I remember all the way through. Never in my life has there ever been a halftime show that I was like, okay, I want to see this. I want to see how they put it together. It's music that I know. It's artists that I like. I'm familiar with the other artists, but they ain't my artists. He ain't hip hop.
For sure.
So I was excited about this. Now, with the excitement and the everything that came with it, did it live up to it? Absolutely. The nostalgia in itself was great. 50, Mary, everybody did their thing. I loved it. That being said, I'm not sure if anyone else could pull this off other than Dr. Dre. I don't see maybe a New York Super Bowl when you get Jay-Z to hit it, but then I don't see the other artists. Who are the other New York rappers that you're going to get up there with Jay-Z? Like California, Dr. Dre's legacy is large enough, big enough, pause, as we've seen just from Sunday, for him to be able to do that and give you a strong 20 minutes. I don't know if no other hip-hop scene is able to do that with big enough stars to resonate on a Super Bowl stage.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at that, and I remember seeing Snoop in the defendant like side of the courtroom with the slick back, trying to look good in the suit. And like literally, he was the menace to society. He was today's Kodak Black, Dababy, NBA young boy. Like Snoop was that. And to see him performing halftime at the Super Bowl, it ain't a lot of rappers that even make that journey that's going to be even have the credentials to do what Dre, Snoop, 50, Kendrick, and those guys did. So did I like it? Did I enjoy it? Absolutely. Brought back a lot of memories for me. Do I think it'll happen again? I highly doubt
it. Yeah, it was, I ain't gonna lie, it lived up to the hype. I was excited when this was announced. They dropped the ball in Atlanta by having Maroon 5 perform. Like the layup was right there. I challenge you, if there was a space to do an all hip hop one, it would be an Atlanta one. I think you can pull that off. Maybe it's tough. It's either that or a Kanye. Kanye could probably do it. He's got enough crossover stuff to hold over 20 minutes.
Maybe. He can do it by himself.
Well, yeah, he can probably do it by himself.
Kanye can, but Atlanta, I got to challenge you on. Like, I get JD. Who's the other? Outkast, of course. Ludacris.
Usher.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
JD, Outkast, Ludacris, Usher.
And T.I. Yeah. I think you can make that. Yeah, you can make that work.
I don't know if in with middle America is ready for that 8-town.
They weren't ready for this. They was hating on this.
This was as kosher as you could get with hip hop.
Yeah.
Like this was, even though I don't think Dr. Dre toned it down at all. Like that's what I was most proud of. Like these are the same people that I used to root for back in the day that were outlaws. And they didn't skew away from that. It wasn't no pop Dr. Dre. It wasn't Snoop doing Beautiful. It was like, nah, I'm gonna give you this gangster shit. That's what I appreciated the most. So if that's what I appreciate and I get to Atlanta and they like, nah, I'm gonna give you this Atlanta shit, not even no gangster shit. Not really sure if North Dakota, Missouri, like Middle America, Wisconsin, I don't know if they ready for no Atlanta shit.
I mean, no, that's fair. That's fair. 112 million people watched the Super Bowl. To see Snoop Crip walking on stage at the halftime show
in the blue Crip suit, throwing up the C's. That shit was phenomenal, man. I love that.
Hey, I love how they set the stage up. I love how they transitioned from artist to artist because 50 wasn't announced. So that was dope how they showed him busting out the G-Unit tank tops.
Ain't no way I would have gotten me to hang upside down like that if I was 50.
Hey, you see the other angle? He got up there and everything. Like they showed him before.
I saw him get up there.
Yeah. That was impressive, though. I was like, that's not.
I guess he ain't getting no other call to get no Super Bowl performance. So it's either hang up here or we're gonna skip you, my nigga.
But that shit was clean. Even Kendrick's, even though it was kind of short and to the point, I still like the setup because I know it mimicked the video and in the movie that y'all were talking about, something called Meteor Man. I haven't seen
the movie that y'all were talking about. The first black superhero.
Some shit called Meteor Man. I don't know.
Let's go Meteor Man. Robert Townsend was classic. I read the book and saw the movie, The Meteor Man.
That's nuts.
Facts.
But no, it was dope, and it's gonna be rough to have someone that can hold. Because Dre's a legend, worldwide known legend, and it did take him to do it. I love the Tupac. I ain't mad at you on the piano. That shit was hard. That shit was dope. I enjoy it. The fucking backup dancers with the Dickie suits and the Chuck, like it was clean, but it wasn't corny. Like it was still hip-hop. It still had culture. You know what I'm saying? So like I thought they did a fantastic job. I was thoroughly impressed.
It felt good to see the music that we grew up with. And like we said, we grew up during that time. So we saw them smashing CDs out in front of courthouses and saying this gangster rap would never last. Like we literally saw that with our own eyes. So to see that grow 20 years later, and like you said, not be cookie cutter, not be pop, but it's like hip hop on the biggest stage in America when just 20 years ago they were trying to get it off. That was the most satisfying thing for me. Were there any other any other halftime performances competitors for you?
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, there's some that were really good performances, but this was going to hit closest to home for me. Like you said, these are the artists that you look for. The only thing missing was a Tupac hologram. That's the only thing missing. They'd have done that to pull that off. Nigga.
They did themselves then. They would have forgot all about niggas would have forgot about Blind Flores. That Tupac had came out. I promise you. They would have been like, ain't no black coaches in the NFL. Nigga,
we'd have gave one more year. We'd have let them slide. Y'all can have a year with no black coaches doing that.
Roger Goodell brought Pac out, man. He good money. That would have been nuts, man. Before we move on from that, the controversy that came from it, Eminem kneeling, I'm trying to get Dr. Dre to cut out the "fuck the police" part. That do anything for you? You skip right over it?
I mean, I get they cut Kendrick's. What do you say? We still don't mess with. Still not. Dre. My bad. You right. Dre still not loving police or whatever. Police, they cut that, and they
Kendrick
cut
shit out too, though.
Yeah, the Crips and if Pyrus and Crips all ruled the world, they cut his part out too for that.
And the Will Love Pope, the whatever Pope part in that, they took that out too.
Yeah, but Dre did say that they said they mentioned that ahead of time, and I understand. Like the NFL is a business, dude. Like I know people want them to be like all like morally this and that. At the end of the line, they're a business, and they have very, very large contracts and sponsorships and relationships to uphold. So I understand that part, and it's not the end of the world if you ask them to censor a line or two. In my opinion, it's not that fucking deep, dude. Like I didn't miss the lines. I was enjoying the show, dude. Like it wasn't that deep.
Yeah, that I ain't gonna lie, the lines didn't really mean that much to me. And to be honest with you, if I'm being completely transparent, I asked myself, I was like, what is Eminem doing? I ain't even realized that it was a tribute to Colin Kaepernick. Like he was like, that didn't even register in my mind.
Right.
And it may have just because I was enjoying the show so much, but I was like, why is he kneeling like that? And then, okay, it kind of hit me like, but
I don't forgot it. That's how long it should been, bro.
And how agreed 100.
That's how long it's been. But I love that the hypocrites are coming out saying that he kneeled and all of this, but it wasn't during the anthem.
Right.
So what are y'all really mad at? People tell on themselves all day long on social media, and I love that shit.
Now what's the issue? Exactly. Great halftime show, man. I'm glad we got to see that. Hopefully there will be more. Speaking of Snoop and that phenomenal halftime show, the other good news for the Dog Father is that he was able to acquire Death Row Records. He said t-shirt of the host of the On Deck TV show. My question to you, Animal Brown, big deal, little deal, or no deal that Snoop Dogg is now the main man in charge, top dog per se, at Death Row Records?
Yeah, this is definitely a big deal. This would have been a monumental deal had this included the catalog.
The music rights.
Man, if this would have included the music rights, nigga. But still, even without that, it's still a really, really big deal. And it's a full circle moment for Snoop, which is amazing. Like you said, we saw him in the courtroom with the praying hands, hopefully not going to jail for the rest of his life. To turn that around and to kind of get raped by the label. He's on record saying, nigga, I didn't learn nothing about no money in rap until I got with No Limit.
Yeah, he said
he showed me how to get money.
Never got a check from Death Row.
Exactly. Pac, even with Pac, they said when Pac died, he had 100,000 in the account and 2 cars to his name. That was it. So like, and he had made the label like $60 million, dude. So to see that moment, and now look at where Suge is at, look at where Snoop is at, just doing the halftime show. He had a hell of a week. He did the fucking halftime show, and it was announced that he bought the rights to Death Row. So just some clarity on what that means. He can use the logo. He can use the name. He owns that stuff now, but the catalog is still wherever it's at. Tupac's catalog is owned by Entertainment One, and his unreleased stuff is owned by his estate. So I think he is going to reach out to the estate and try to get the unreleased stuff from them. That's what I think he's going to try to do, because his Pac's original catalog is just too much, bro. It's probably $300-400 million, dog. That's a stretch, but the unreleased stuff I think he can get.
That original catalog worth it, and the music not being a part of it, like you said, is a big deal. What this does include is licensing, him able to use the name. So when they do any, let's say, documentaries, or if they do the biops, that enables him to be able to use it, correct?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's a big deal. And I think the Snoop is the person that you want leading this brand into a new era of hip hop. He has been around, as we just said, with the Super Bowl coverage for the last 20 years, and he's always been Snoop, and that's worked for him. So with what he's doing at Def Jam and pairing that with maybe finding some new artists, being in the mix to be around talent, I'd love to see how he builds this out. I'm not sure how important it is now. I'm not sure how big of a deal it is, but I'm really excited to see what Snoop does with it. Just because, like you said, there's no music involved. So if he's talking about selling t-shirts, then I get it, it's cool. Or if he's talking about building out the label, then that would be phenomenal. But I want to see what he does with it, where it goes, and make sure it's just not a name play.
More on building out the label later for me when we get to our rap stocks, spoiler alert. But picture if he would have been able to get this, because Death Row has switched hands like 4 or 5 times, it seems like, in the last 10 or so years. Picture if Snoop would have been able to get this 10 years ago. He would have been able to sign Kendrick, YG, Mustard, Ty Dolla $ign, nigga, all the Roddy Ricch, nigga, all them niggas would have signed to Snoop and Death Row, dude. All of them.
Shouldn't he put his bid in for Kendrick now?
It's too late.
Like, wouldn't that be the play?
It's too late. It's too late.
He leaving TDE. He said that already, right?
Yeah, but he doing his own shit.
So if I'm Snoop, right, playing this out, if I'm Snoop and I can give you a call, Kendrick Lamar, and I say, hey, I just bought Death Row, bro. I'm good, really. I just want to bring this thing to prominence. I give you 40% ownership.
Ooh,
is that a deal?
Oh, now he might do it then.
He might do that then.
No, he might do that.
Because to be associated with that, and you got a nigga like Kendrick Lamar on there, you go get like Game and other niggas from the West Coast that you're able to sign, like that could be a strong play just off legacy acts moving forward, not to mention the young cats coming up from the West Coast.
Like I said, I'm gonna get into that moving forward in a second, but picture the last 10 years, the niggas Dom, bro, he wouldn't have even had to say anything, bro. He just, if Snoop Dogg owned Death Row 10 years ago, them niggas is all lining up outside the office trying to sign, bro. They're breaking the door down trying to sign. And that nigga roster would have been crazy. So I'm kind of hot about that missed opportunity, but still, moving forward, I think it's looking good. But it's exciting though. That's dope.
That
Super
brand, that name, that
Snoop.
brand, huh?
I'm gonna say, plus it's Snoop. Like, how can you not root for Snoop though? Like, he's like, you can't do nothing but respect that, in my opinion.
I agree.
Let's take it cross country, man, back to New York. The drill rap scene is under fire in New York. It's getting hot out there. The block is hot in the winter. Artist T. Wu signed a new deal and got shot, killed the same day. There's a clique called the Blickies. There's been a lot of beef with gangs that that's going over my head. But they've been warring back and forth using the records as a vehicle to throw disses. The New York mayor says he wants social media to ban the drill videos. And also some of the DJs, namely on Hot 97, have said they are taking down any drill records that mention beef or that mention opposition or that mention gangs. My question, all of this, whether it's the DJ or the mayor pushing back, do you think it's a smart move or it's the wrong play?
Man, that's a great question and a good topic here, because we can get into a lot of different things, from censorship to, influence that music has. I'm not sure that the play would result in what Mayor Adams is looking for the DJs. Like, we're not of the same generation as these kids are that make the drill music. So you're thinking the easy fix is, we'll just ban them from online. We did that with Donald Trump, and this is just as dangerous, if not more dangerous. So let's ban them. Bro, these are kids. They're going to find a way to communicate with each other. They're of this era. So you saying, hey, well, let's just put a Band-Aid on it and let's make it where they can't communicate in public or whatever you think you're doing by banning them off social media, bro. They can come up with a burner account tomorrow. Bro, we're gonna put the video up and y'all can block that, and y'all can put it in the algorithms, but it's still gonna get around because y'all can't block everybody. So I think in order to address it, there has to be something else that's done. This isn't the approach that needs to be taken. What I do feel like is that Mayor Adams is grabbing at low-hanging fruit here. Like, we've seen this. We talked about this when we were just saying, hey, we seen Death Row and the music criticized back in 92. It's a form of the same thing. Of course, it's dangerous. Of course, kids are dying, but the music, I don't think, is the root cause. Banning the music won't fix the problem until you address the things that you're able to address as mayor, the city, working with people within the community to ensure that there are other things or things to do outside of this goes a long way, as opposed to, hey, they're saying something that we don't like, so let's ban them and hope it goes away. I don't think that that's the answer to the problem. But I do think there is some recognition that needs to be shown to the problem. This is just not the way to go to solve.
I agree, and we've seen this in different cities before. Chicago being the first one that comes to mind. People were like, "Yo, it's getting out of control." They think the music is not helping. Even more recently, the Florida kids that we talked about, the city just escaped me that quick. But
Jacksonville,
the Jacksonville situation, like, we see what that's looking like, and we've seen this before, right? And so what people are doing, which I respect, is they don't want their hometown to be the next one to fall into that trap. And the DJ is Drewski at Hot 97. He said radio DJs like myself are supporting it, and record labels are putting money behind it, and it's just getting out of control. Every week, another young man or woman is getting killed or going to jail. There will always be violence in the hood because of the way it's structured, but I won't be the one to add to this broken system. So he is saying that he doesn't want to play the dish records anymore, which I understand. He's a DJ. Mm-hmm. The mayor is the mayor. So let me split the responsibilities. The DJ is here to play records.
I'm doing what I can.
He's playing his position, and his position is to, it's getting wild. I'm finna stop this shit right now. It's getting too crazy. Fair. The mayor, on the other hand, he is not the fucking A&R at Instagram. So him talking about taking videos off social, what are you talking about, dude? No, dude. You need to be boots on the ground and looking at the conditions in which these things are going down and seeing how to fix that. Like, get to the root cause. I hate when people blame the music because it's the easiest. It's like the layup, bro. And it's very simple to simply state that and make it the face of it. You know how there's always a war? They got to put a face to it. So you can blame somebody and it really be deeper than that. This is the same way. And I really wish people would stop with that lazy ass take. I wish that somebody would do something. So kudos to Drewski for even saying that. He said the system is already broken and I'm not finna just add on to it. And that's what these records are doing. I will say that though, that the records are adding gasoline to a lit fire. I need someone to help try to put the fire out and not worry so much about the gasoline being added onto it. That's what I need somebody to find or to help. And if whoever had the answer to that, they would be a very famous, popular person because they'd be able to do this shit in several different cities that need it. So I'm not saying there is an answer, but they need to be working toward that and not just a simple take the video down because them niggas will go to another platform tomorrow.
Yeah, another platform tomorrow. Like, you taking the video down doesn't stop what's going on officially in the streets. Like, you just not going to see it. And I guess the thing that I'm always have a hard time wrapping my head around in these situations is, all right, you ban them and you do whatever it is, but that's all the information that you need to make it stop. Like, these little niggas is telling you who they finna shoot, who they shot, where they going to shoot them at, where they hang at. So why is it too much to ask for the people in charge, the mayor, the people that are so in charge of crime stopping? Why is it too much to ask for you guys to hold investigations or to do what you're supposed to do to make it stop from the root cause, as opposed to, again, just putting a Band-Aid on it? Like, they should be, I feel like if you really want to stop, isn't it hire people that understand what they're saying, put people in their communities that are going to stop it? And I ain't saying nothing as extreme as something crazy like stop and frisk, but the presence of police around, the presence of different people and different things around to make it real hard for this beef shit to go down, that's where you start at, not trying to take it off fucking platforms. That's crazy.
But it's they've been talking about this for a while. I remember Nas had mentioned this a couple of months ago, like, it's getting kind of wild, and that shit is not helping. I'm not gonna say it's the cause, but it damn sure isn't helping. And if you ever bored, go on YouTube and look up the Blickies, look up the Woos, and look up the Chos, and that'll break the whole situation down. And it is compelling. I'm not gonna lie, but it'll give you some more education as it relates to that, because I can't regurgitate it, but it's a lot. But it's going down.
And to reiterate, rap is how it started and what it is commentary of the streets. What's going on in the streets, how it affects most rappers, which are young black males, how what's going on around them affects them, how they feel about it.
For sure.
You can't say, hey, I'm going to take what you guys feel or commentate. I'm going to take your guys' commentary off and think that that's going to fix the problem. Listen to the commentary and address the issues.
Exactly. Yeah. Run for mayor, bro. Fuck it.
Let's get it. Fuck it. All right, before we get out of here and get to our Robin Hood episode, buying, selling, holding the stocks that we're interested in the hip hop game for 2022, your man, a heavy installment last year in the hip hop rap stock episode. Yeah. He went to LA Leakers All-Star Weekend. Dababy, of course, is who we talking to. And he did his thing. My question to you, Animal Brown, you listen to the freestyle, rate the freestyle 1 to 10, then tell me, based off everything else that happened with Dababy this weekend, do these skills overshadow the controversy, or does the controversy overshadow the skill?
Yeah, the controversy overshadows the skills, because bad news travels way faster than good news, which is what that freestyle was. And we know, before anybody screaming at the phone, it wasn't a freestyle. Yeah, we know, y'all. We know it's not a freestyle. We know it's not off the dome, guys. It's okay. No. But still, it still takes a certain level of skill to get up there and do what you do, how you do it. And I thought he bodied the freestyle. I think he's nice. I've been a fan. I've been saying that. I just think his production is average, and his subject matter is limited. But other than that, I always thought Dababy was nice. But yes, they are being overshadowed. by the fight with his baby
Danny
mama's
Lee
brother, Danny Lee
Danny Lee.
brother. Bro, they look like Scooby-Doo fighting on the fucking bowling alley, slipping and shit like a cartoon, bro.
Trying to act like you ain't know her name was disgusting.
Yeah, Danny Lee. Now it could escape my mind. I ain't gonna lie. But that shit, bro, he always finds himself into situations, and so he doesn't get a lot of leeway. I would be interested to ask the brother though, like, what did he expect to happen though? Like, that's more of which he walked up on dude. He already been talking shit about him on social media.
Told him it was on site.
That's what I'm saying. And so then they're in sight, and the baby is there 5, 6, 7 deep, and you're dolo. Man, bro, that's not gonna end well. I would have told you that before it even happened, bro. I'd be like, yeah, that's not a good idea, fam.
You got to defend his family, man.
Yeah, I get it, but just pick your battles, bro. But I will say the freestyle was heavy. I'm gonna say it was an 8, 1 out of 10. But go ahead though.
That freestyle was the on point. And
yeah.
I'm not the biggest Dababy fan at all. If you listen to this show, you know that. But I rate it as well 8, 8.5, maybe even 9.
Yeah.
And I say that to say, like, it was impressive what he did, the voice control, nigga taking his jacket off while he rapping, he tapping niggas on the shoulder. Like, he was going in. And that goes, like, I've never questioned his ability as a rapper. He can rap. My critiques have always been similar to the way you say it all sounds the same. It could be more complex as far as his music. He don't really get into a lot of depth, not a lot of different subjects. I'm the baby, I fuck hoes, I got money, I dress good, I got fly cars. Like,
and I'll shoot you.
And I'll shoot you.
Yeah.
And I'll maybe beat you up with the guys that are with me. Like, those are the 7 pillars of the Lil Baby rhymes. Everyone will fall into one of those or all of those 7.
That's a fact.
So with that being said, like, it's just not for me when I say I ain't the biggest Dababy fan. That's not taking anything away from his talent. That's showing when he went in there and he tore that down.
Yeah.
This is an annual episode. Going back, listening, preparing for this episode, listen to the quick hits. Almost a year ago today, Dababy was arrested for some shit that he was doing, and we're a year later talking about it. He's fighting in the bowling alley with his baby mama brother. Like, when is enough? Like, when do you see it? And like, even if a nigga say, oh, it's on site and I gotta defend my sister, I got 8 niggas with me, there's no way I'm slipping and falling in bowling lane alleys fighting. No, like, who are you, bro? Like, you're not even getting close enough to me for me to take a swing. If you already told me that it's on site, one of these big 300-pound niggas is dragging you out by your hair before I even get in here, if the venue even lets you in. Because I done called ahead and make sure, hey, this nigga right here, I heard he might supposed to be here. He can't come, or else I ain't coming. Because this was a sponsored event. Dababy was paid to be here.
Yeah.
And I say all this to say, like, I wonder why it never comes across his mind. It never strikes him as like, hey, man, I'm going to look very dumb right here, but fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. Do you think it's because he feel like he can't be touched? Is that it? Or do you think that he seriously, honestly never considers the backlash of the shit that he does? I
mean, let's be honest. The nigga, he with the smoke. Like, he's with the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like you can't just flip that switch. And he looks for, because at the end of the day, like, he's attracted to this type of shit.
Yes, as we've said by his rhymes, 100%.
That's what I'm saying. This gives him fuel, dude. Like, and he's with that, and he's always claiming he don't really start nothing, and he just finish and blah 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 blah. But he's with the shit, and every time he has a chance to prove it, he's going to try to do that, especially when the odds are in his favor, which they clearly were in this particular.
Yeah, this is clear. But that's the thing about being an adult, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you're not a baby, literally, bro. You can't act on all your fucking emotions. That's what adulthood is, dude. People are gonna piss you off. You can't fight everybody, dude. You grown.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like, you can't swing on niggas in Louis Vuitton because he came up to you the wrong way, especially when you're supposed to have a lot to lose. And I don't say that in the sense of being a killjoy and not wanting him to enjoy the moment. I get it. That's where he from. I know niggas like him or 10 times worse. I understand it. But at what point do you consider like this can go the wrong way?
Yep.
Like, what if like he had a nigga with him that didn't care like the nigga that shot Nipsey? Yep. Or like, what if the same shit that happened to Dolph happens to you just because you a nigga that's with the smoke?
Yeah.
Like a lot of these niggas didn't deserve, when I'm talking about Nipsey, nobody deserves to be killed.
Right.
But a lot of niggas like Dolph and Nipsey don't carry themselves nowhere near as bad as Dababy does. And you see what happened to him, them. So him being out in the streets and not even considering that's I don't understand that at all. There's no way that I'm able to process him not understanding the position that he's in and being like, you know what, I'm gonna reconsider. Or having somebody there that can talk to you and be like, no, bro, me and you gonna go outside. They're gonna whoop this nigga and we may have to pay some money later because we're gonna get sued. But me and you, we finna go over here. I mean, how is it possible nobody like that is around him?
Well, two things. Number one, this could have easily turned into a King Von situation where niggas is firing on him and somebody and the partner come out the cut.
Yeah, I'm outside and I'm waiting on you because y'all just ganged my homeboy. Y'all had him by his hair. I am feared for my life. Boom, I'm shooting the baby.
That's number one. But then number two, even if his entourage does handle it and he's outside, the headline gonna read the same, bro. It's gonna read the same. It's gonna be Dababy and company.
But that's cool. At least I'm removing myself from a situation of any immediate harm. Like you said, he with the smoke. He don't care about the backlash in the media. Clearly, we see that. I get that part of it. But why put yourself in a position as to where something may really happen to you?
Yeah,
my nigga. Like you had to kill a dude in Walmart, dude. Like how does that never cross your mind? Like I had to literally kill a nigga, quote unquote, self-defense in Walmart, but I'm still out here fighting in the bowling alley. That's fucking crazy to me.
Worth M's though.
Crazy. Not even considering how much the nigga worth or what he got to lose, or how much the label may hate. Like I've been in this situation before and had to kill a nigga. Most niggas I know that happened to, they change because they don't want to have to kill another nigga, dude.
They move different.
Of course, I'm with the smoke and you see that I kill somebody. I don't want to have to do it again. But some kind of reason or another, Dababy keep putting himself in a position to where I might have to kill a nigga again. Who are you, bro? Come on.
Yeah, man, he too talented, man. I will say this though, he need to get some new beats though. When he spazzing over them beats like they had planned for him, he sounded rejuvenated, nigga. I was like,
he was ready to go too. Soon as he came in, and that nigga started taking off his jacket. Like, when is the beat dropping? And you know what I did, man? I feel like that there was like a sneak little diss in there, or some sneak like competition. I would say not a diss, but the healthy competition between him and the last nigga that was up there and murdered it, and that was Corday. Because Corday came in there, he said, "Ain't too many, ain't no niggas coming in here after me."
That's true.
And when Dababy finished, he was like, the only niggas on this is what he say, J. Cole, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne. He's like, ain't nobody else. I feel like it was kind of jabs back and forth. Yeah, I feel like that was a little thing. So if y'all look at them two freestyles back to back, y'all tell us what y'all think.
I ain't gonna lie, LA Leaguers got the hardest freestyles though. Niggas be playing their A game.
They get to it. And niggas know what this is. Like, I ain't here to listen to y'all corny, lame jokes and nothing. Like, let's get to this shit, man.
Nigga, they be spitting on that motherfucker.
Yeah, niggas would be ready for that. I was binging LA Leaguers shit over the last weekend, nigga. Shit.
Oh shit. Hey man, rap stocks, man. Rap Robin Hood. Around this time, we always do it early in the year. We're going to have some picks for who we are buying stock for, selling stock, or holding. But we do want to do a quick revisit from last year in a couple of different ways. Number one, around this time last year, Lil Baby said the new Mount Rushmore going into this decade was him, Meg Thee Stallion, Roddy Ricch, and Dababy, the aforementioned Dababy. Where does that stand? Does that still hold right now? Is that still the four moving forward? Has anybody fell back? Has anybody taken a step forward?
I think Meg is still holding pace. For sure. Like, she right where she want to be, can go a little harder, has given herself a runway to be even bigger, even after the big years that she has. So I like that. Lil Baby popping.
Yeah.
Last year, what I said I thought he would do is take 4PF into Dreamville territory. That's not happened yet. Right. I do think that he has the opportunity to still work on that too. So I'm still there with him. Roddy Ricch just deleted his Instagram and his Twitter. We talked about it last week because he put out a song that was some slaw.
Yeah.
That was my fall off. He's out of there. I thought he was a talented guy, but not talented enough to be around for the next 10 years. We're starting to see that. Dababy, of course, aforementioned all the things that I previously said on the last topic. I think he's gotten, with everything that happened with the festivals and him, I think I was right. He went down. He went down.
Well, because
if it weren't for this LA Leakers in the fight with Danny Lee, what else would we be talking about with him this year?
I mean, he's prepping a new album, but I will say he did drop a mixtape and it was quiet. Didn't nobody talk about this shit.
The biggest story he had this year was the fight and putting Gail out of his house.
Yeah, and the Miami joint, the festival. Almost getting canceled. But
big stock hits, stock plunging on those days.
And that was to revisit one of your people that you were selling was Dababy. That's a fact.
Too much controversy.
Yeah.
Even one
that's gonna catch up.
That's a lot to say for a rapper. Like too much controversy for a rapper is a lot to say. Jeez.
Like you gotta be Pac, bro, to be doing all this. Like you gotta act, you gotta have a fire movie out. You gotta have a classic.
You gotta be transcendent, my nigga. That ain't the type of talent you got. And you ain't got transcendent talent. You might be talented, my nigga, but you still had to wear a diaper at South by Southwest. We ain't forget. You ain't that talented, my nigga.
That's a fact. Just to recap too of who you had. You were buying inside music. You know what I'm saying? It was a time when outside wasn't really open like that. And so you were buying inside music.
We thought the pandemic was going to be around for who knows how long. At this time last year, it was ugly outside. So the currencies, the music that you listen to, like I said, when you're playing a video game, you got a road trip that you got to go a long way to, you cleaning the house or whatnot. And I was off on that. I think outside music is back.
Yeah.
Like niggas is getting it popping. Future just had a single that came out. He's Mr. Outside. That's and we talking about outside music. So yeah, I was definitely off on that.
Yeah, you had outside. Reason and Conway. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm off of them too.
Yeah. You had Rhapsody. Yeah. You really losing. You really lost money last year.
I would have lost some money on not Conway. Conway still popping. Reason, I thought that the Kendrick Lamar would come out at some point and get out of the way and stop the backlog that's happening in the TDE, and we would get more Reason projects. But he did have a good freestyle on LA Leakers, I believe.
That's true. That is true.
Good freestyle, but it wasn't enough. That was definitely off. And Rhapsody, I didn't hear nothing else from her.
She was hosting a show on Revolt with Big Tigger. They was doing an interview show and it was terrible. Terrible.
She rapped too good for that, man.
She
rapped too good to be hosting a show with Big Tigger. That's nuts.
Man, come on, dude.
No disrespect to Big Tigger, nothing, but God damn.
That wasn't it. I bought Corday, and I like this album a lot, so I'll take that.
You feel good about that?
Hell yeah, because I like the EP and the album. He gave me 2 projects last year.
That's why you've been trying to stick with him on the other episodes, even though you know that album boring. That's why you've been trying
to The album is fire. I sold Brooklyn Drill though. Said that drill rap. I said my reasoning was because the head of the snake was Pop Smoke. Yeah. And so losing him, I thought it was gonna fade away. It looks like it may fade away for another reason.
But this is probably gonna make it more popular though. Fabi, I was just listening to the Joe Budden podcast this weekend. They're telling me that Fabio is the king of New York.
Yeah, he hot. He hot right now. And he got a new project coming out. It all depends on what this new project sound like.
And that new single with Alicia Keys and Kanye is nuts.
Yeah, that's hard.
Ripping that too.
That shit hard.
Fabio give you some bars, dude. Real low key. Like I ain't talking that shit.
Yeah.
So
I like him.
You was off.
Yeah.
It's okay.
To be determined. And then I held Griselda because they were quiet somewhat last year, but they finna heat up. Don't you worry about a thing. Because Conway finna drop, and so is Benny. So it's about to get hot.
I'm gonna tell you something. Somebody finna get Griselda up out of there.
No,
I'm buying for this year. I'm gonna tell you exactly.
Real quick too, you were holding NBA YoungBoy.
Yes, still holding on. Even though he was banned from YouTube, he's still the biggest star. What 15 to 24?
Nigga on house arrest right now. He can't even go nowhere. Nigga in Utah, dude.
He just dropped the album. And that Cordell album, it was #1. The letters to Cord, whatever the name of that album was. Sincerely, whatever.
Yeah.
That went #1. And he dropped something after that that's high on the charts as well. Let's go, NBA. You got to be out in these streets, man. I'm not, but the streets have told me he's still popping out here.
You did sell Meek Mill, though. You called that.
He out of there.
You called that. That Meek Mill album was slaw.
Yes. Oh my God. How you
You
feel
called
about
it.
Meek right now?
Meek, hey, shout out to my guy Dame Diddy. My
Okay.
guy said Meek going to jail was the best thing that happened to dude for that last bid. He said because without that, he would the last thing we'd have known was Drake murdered him.
We forgot about it. Yeah, that is true.
Drake murdered him and he was done. He goes to jail, gets the big movement pushed behind him for the social justice, and that brought him back to life with Hove and Michael Rubin. That brought him back to. He said that was the best thing that happened to do last couple of
Justice
years.
reform. Got a voice now.
That's what I'm.
Yeah.
That was huge, bro. That's
The
crazy.
fact that we're mentioning those things, absolutely, I made the right decision in settling Meek Mill. Jeez, it's over.
So let's fast forward to this year, man. 2022. What are you buying? Of course, y'all know how stocks go, man. I hope you know how stocks go, man. You can buy when it's low, you can buy when it's hot, and you think it's gonna keep getting hotter. You can, I mean, you can buy whenever you want to, man. You gonna let us know the strategy. What you buying?
Number one stock in rap game right now to me, with the exclusion of Drake and maybe even including him. You just seen this press conference the other day. We reviewed the album last week. This guy's making the business moves that I see, if everything goes right, plays out well in the next 10, 15 years. You're talking about a new Birdman, a new that type of CEO, hip hop executive, Puff Daddy, P and Coach K from QC. If you don't know, Yo Gotti, CMG, just signed Mozzie, had the big boy press conference last week. Yeah. All the CMG artists was up there, ESTG, 42 Doug, Moneybag Yo, Mozzie was up there. And I'm looking at that lineup. I'm like, God damn.
That's a nice lineup.
There's a certain like crowd that you can't miss with those niggas. Like if they don't like all 5, 6 of them, then they gonna at least like one. And like Yo Gotti and buying, I don't care how much you charge me for this stock, because I think it's gonna be that much more in 5, 10 years. I'm buying the CMG movement. I'm buying in the Yo Gotti and everything. All the artists under the umbrella. All of them are popping. All of them are in their own space, not stepping on each other's toes. You got ESTG and Doug about to release a joint project. Like it's set up for success. Like he eating. There's a lane that he's mastered. I can't wait to see this shit play out.
What I like about his roster is that it's spread out across the country. Mm-hmm. He got Memphis, which is the home team, obviously. Thanks. But then he got Kentucky. Louis, he done tapped into areas where niggas ain't really tapping in. He got Louisville, Kentucky with ESTG. He got a hotbed in Detroit with 42 Doug. And then we got the West Coast with Mozzie, bro. Like that's like he's spread out. I love that concept. The only thing he missing is probably a gal, like a hard ass gal, or you know what I'm saying, and
one of them New York drill rappers.
Maybe a Florida nigga.
One of them niggas.
Well, yeah.
Once you get one of them New York drill rappers saying CMG, it's over.
Or an Atlanta nigga.
Yeah,
then it's over with, bro. Like that's so I know I like that. It's gonna cost you though. You wanted to buy after the press conference.
Facts. Like I went right to the Robin Hood album and I bought as it was ascending upward because I got that much faith in it. It's like buying Google or Apple right now. Fuck it, buy it anyway.
I ain't mad at that. I'm buying a label as well. I alluded to this earlier. I'm buying Death Row, bro. I'm buying Snoop. He's been killing shit, dog. Got the consulting gig or whatever gig it is with Def Jam. I don't know if y'all saw Benny the Butcher on Breakfast Club, but he told a story about how Snoop got him to Def Jam. It was a real nigga move that he made to get Benny on Def Jam. I respected it. Snoop buying the rights to Death Row. I can only imagine what he's got planned. The young people that he got planned. So I'm excited about that. And then don't let him get the pot catalog. That's just I don't even know if the music will be good, how it's gonna sound. Are they half verses, half songs? But just the fact that a Pac album would come out, let's just say in 2022, on Death Row Records sounds insane, dude. So like if he can somehow piece that together and make a decent posthumous album, that shit would be crazy to kick off Death Row, a new Death Row legacy, man, starting with a Pac album. And that'd be crazy, dude. Yeah, so I'm excited to see what he's gonna do.
I like that. I'll never bet against Snoop at all. Yeah, no. So I like that. I like the Pac idea. I think that would be dope to do.
Yeah, I'm
100%.
here for it. I'm anxious to see what he got cooking. But you buying anybody else?
That's it. That's my big buy right there. I spent all my money on CMG.
That's
I ain't got
true.
no more money.
That's why I spent hella bread on Dev Row too. But I
Thanks.
bought low. I got faith in Roddy Rich. It's cheap right now.
No way.
I got faith because he
That
can.
is nuts.
I got faith. I'm gonna buy it while it's dirt cheap. While the nigga ain't got no social media handles. He did an interview with academics, kind of explaining why he jumped off social media for now. He even explained some of the Meek comments that Meek had made online about. Meek was supposed to have signed Roddy. That was supposed to be his dude.
Yeah, I thought that was his artist.
It was, and then until it wasn't, until Atlantic came in and said, "Let me get that." And so
Big boy Meek.
Yeah, basically, he went and he kind of explained his side of that story too. I have faith in him. I think this humbled him, and I think the response to the album also humbled him. And I think he's talented enough to make another hit. I honestly do. When you're melodic the way he is, he can make another hit. And also, I'm gonna buy low right now. So when that Box Part 2 come out, don't be surprised.
That's not gonna happen. What's a quick synopsis of the scenario where Meek and Atlantic? Like, did they just come in? Did they just swoop in? Did he think that Meek wasn't able to handle what he wanted to do with his career?
I haven't listened to the interview yet. I just know that he touched on it, and I know how Meek Mill. I think that a lot of this happened when he was locked up or going through some legal shit.
There's no way I put my career, if I was Roddy Ricch, in the hands of Meek Mill.
No,
I just can't do it.
With all due respect, no.
Yeah. I just couldn't do that.
Shout out to Robert Williams, aka Meek Mill, but no, I'm not doing that.
Now, I'm not saying that some niggas can't. I'm just saying Roddy Ricch.
No.
The other niggas might not.
Who are you selling right now?
Last year sold Dababy, City Girls, and Meek. This year,
you might have been 3 for 3 right there. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I was like on point. This year, my sale is it's bittersweet for me because this is my guy, and it doesn't acknowledge him losing any talent. It doesn't say to him losing any talent or anything of that nature. It's just I miss him. Don't know where he's at. Haven't heard anything. Don't got an update. I'm in the dark as an investor.
Yeah.
So being in the dark as an investor, I'm going to sell because I just don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a single before the Super Bowl performance on Friday. It hasn't been an album in 4 years. We at the board of directors meeting, all looking at each other like, dude, what's up with Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
And I don't know. And I can't tell you. I can't find anything online. There hasn't been a media blurb release. No one knows. No one seems to be talking about it. No one's concerned.
Yeah.
Other than us continuously bringing it up on this podcast. Shout out my guy, Chris Platty. He hits me up about it every now and then. He thought that the single was going to drop Friday. Yes, I got to put you on blast because I told you it wasn't. Yeah. Shout out my guy. But it's just, I'm so disappointed in not hearing anything from Kendrick Lamar. And what we can coin is like almost the second golden era of hip hop compared to when we were coming up. Sure. Like we've heard from everybody in the last 2 years. Dope projects have came out, like quote unquote, like debatable classics, and no Kendrick Lamar. And for that reason, just being in the dark about what's going on with the company, I'm out. It may come back to bite me. I'm not sure. Maybe a big risk because he may come back and have one of the best albums we've ever heard, maybe. But just due to the inactivity, I'm out.
Do you know why he's been inactive and is leaving TDE?
No.
If you had to,
I thought you were about to bless the world with.
Oh, I am for sure.
Okay.
Do you remember when Suge? This was like 2014, 2015, 2016, came out and said that The Game and Kendrick had the 2 worst deals he had ever seen.
I don't remember that.
Me neither, until I came across it the other day. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot he said that.
Yeah.
And he said that his deal was trash. So in my opinion, that's what I think has to do with this particular one. And I forgot what I was watching, man, but they said they made a lot of sense. if you're Kendrick Lamar and you're getting 200,000 a show, you're not hurting for any bread.
Yeah, I ain't gotta make a album.
You're not hurting for bread. However, that can blind you from the bread that you could be bringing in if you own more of your publishing, more of your masters, more of your, then you don't really realize that how much of a chunk you're missing out on. And when you have somebody audit that deal and it looks crazy, and then they tell you how many M's you missing out on, then next thing you know it, nigga, you not repping TDE no more. You ain't got the chain on. You got your own shit flagged in the video of Baby Keem shit. Like, that's when you start to get this right here. And niggas sitting on the sideline for 4 years trying to plot their next move because they're not going back to that goddamn label, and they know it, and they know why he's not going back to that label. So I just thought that was interesting. I came across that and was like, damn, I forgot about that. That nigga deal is trash, bro. Like, no one's above having a trash deal at the end of the day.
That's crazy to me. Like, it's crazy to me if from both ends, actually.
Yeah.
If I'm TDE, not trying to
restructure that
situation, like something got to happen. Or if I'm Kendrick Lamar, not to go ahead and be like, you're gonna get, fuck it, I've got a bad deal. Here go the album. I'm out. I'm done. No renegotiation. I'm over with. Because he's made himself that type of star. Like, Kendrick Lamar can go do anything else right now once he's completed his obligations to TDE, and it's at least gonna get a look, a listen. It's gonna, like, that whatever he does next is at least gonna be hot. Now, that got to be hot for you continue to get that look, but he got some grace.
Yeah,
and I feel like, man, honor the contract and get out of there. Like, there's always is, I won't say weird because I get it. People want what they feel like they work for and they deserve, but that's just not business. Very rarely in business are you going to get what you are owed or deserve, unless you got a whole lot of leverage. And Section 80, Kendrick Lamar didn't have a whole lot of leverage.
Yeah, you don't get what you deserve. You get what you can negotiate. Thanks. And the rumor is June, according to Wikipedia.
Jesus Christ,
June.
That's nuts, man.
So we shall see. I was surprised he even made it to the show. I was just glad to see the nigga alive and breathing, to be honest.
Yeah.
What you selling? I'm selling, and he's hot right now. He got a little record. Got a little bounce back song.
Sound like you finna hate.
The price done went up. It's the perfect time for me to get the hell out of Dodge. Kodak Black, I'm selling. I'm out. That Super Gremlin, that's a cool song. Not gonna lie, fuck with the song. But you outside of clubs getting shot. More on that
price
later.
Down, my nigga. He just got shot. Price ain't up. Price down.
Nah, I sold right before that. Nigga, I saw right before the news hit he got shot, dude. He got his new album comes out, which is ironic that he just got shot. He got a new album finna come out. Like, it's like, okay.
At Justin Bieber's party in the hills.
At Justin Bieber's party. Can you imagine Kodak Black and Justin Bieber at party? That shit, it's insane.
That's nuts.
It comes out the 25th. So
who
before
the fuck
that
shot Kodak Black at a Justin Bieber party? That's crazy.
It's footage of it though. Did you see it?
Of him getting shot? Hell no.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see.
Tough. It was like a scuffle, some type of fight, and then you know how they go pop, 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 pop.
Oh, wow.
So
probably got a little ricochet or something.
Possibly. I don't know.
Dang.
But his album come out on the 25th, and before it has a chance for y'all to hear it and realize it's trash, I'm selling right now before it dips, because it will after that album come out. It ain't gonna be nothing. It's called Back for Everything for anybody interested. But I'm selling and cashing the fuck out.
When it come out?
25th.
February.
Mm-hmm.
Classic. Watch.
Stop.
Watch what I tell you.
He ain't
Kodak
got that in
back. Kodak back.
He ain't got
Kodak
that in him.
Back.
You selling anybody else, or are you holding on anybody?
No, that was it. I just had to get my guy out of there. That was a big sale right there. Probably lost some money on it, but we'll see if it plays out. Kendrick Lamar is the biggest one I'm out on right now.
I'm not selling anybody else, but I'm holding on a couple of people. I'm holding my Freddie Gibbs stock, even though it's not looking great.
Awful.
He took an L in Miami, allegedly, but the album hasn't come out still. But I'm got faith that sold separately will be as advertised whenever the fuck it comes out. There's no date, so I'm gonna hold on to that stock, even though it's dipped just a little bit, and I'm holding on to Hit Boy stock long term, because it's only a matter of time. He keeps putting out this heat with everybody before he gets the call. Hey, goddamn it, it's Mr. Rock Nation on the other line. And he need 12 of them things,
Jay-Z
nigga. And that
Hit
Hit Boy and Jay come out, nigga, and it's gonna shoot through the roof, nigga. It's Tesla stock, dude. Hit Boy is Tesla stock right now. Can't wait.
It's
It's gonna
interesting you
happen.
say that. I was holding on Nas. Like, I know I give him a lot of flack here, but I love where he is. And just like I said, contemporary rap is what I'm here for. Yep. Him dropping and having Hit Boy in his back pocket to be able to get them a strong 12 from and do Nas things on those beats. I'm here for that. Yeah. So I'm definitely holding on Nas.
I ain't mad at that. I'm holding Travis Scott too, because I think the bounce back is coming. I think the bounce back is coming.
Play right there.
Yeah, it very rich, nigga. This AMC. I'm hoping.
Jesus Christ.
I'm hoping they bounce back too.
You know, I'm gonna hold on J. Cole too, just because he ain't shown no sign of slacking off with the last verse on that featuring on that Benny. And based off what you told me last week too, I'm holding on 2 Chainz. I can't wait to hear him get into that phase with those beats. And like, I've been thinking about this since we discussed it last week. I can't wait for that. So I'm holding on 2 Chainz too.
I can respect and accept that. Guys, let us know, who are you buying, selling, or holding Rap Robin Hood? Let us know. Hey, if you ain't got no Robin Hood, get that Robin Hood too, man. Get some stocks in your life, man. Play around with that shit. That shit dope.
And a podcast recommendation to go with it. That Snacks Daily to go with.
There you go. 100%. You got to listen to that Snacks Daily to go with that.
Where you want to be. Just to learn the market and know what's going on.
Absolutely. Be educated, man. Put yourself on game. Wins and or losses. We got a W or an L to Kodak Black. Like we mentioned, shot outside of a Justin Bieber party in the leg. He's fine. He's doing fine, though.
Actually, now that you told me his album's coming out, that's promo, big W. Yeah. Super Gremlins out and it's bubbling, everybody freestyling over it. I think that switched for me from an L to a W. As marketing and album promo. New Kodak Black on the way.
As long as you don't die, you really straight.
Facts. This is a Sopranos episode about that, which is hilarious.
Right. I'll put you on Sopranos.
No.
Let's see. W or L to your man Fat Joe. He's got more backlash, not for an outfit this time, but after he criticized your man Joe Rogan for using the N-word. And then fans were like, bro, you use it all the time and you really ain't got no right to use it either.
Fat Joe can't win.
Yeah,
that's a L, dude.
They own Fat Joe.
Man, if you ought to know to shut up about anything, my nigga, it should be this.
Yeah.
Like, once niggas start getting criticized for saying nigga and like they not black, like, you damn sure don't need to jump in it, bro. Like, you may have in your mind all justification to say it or whatever, but please just stay out of it.
I ain't gonna lie though. Last time I went to New York, dude, everybody was saying that shit, bro. Yeah. You go to the bodega, you go to the little sneaker store, you go to the little Arab dude was in there like, nigga, this. Now I was like, man, what the fuck? Nobody gave a shit, bro. Nobody, dude. I was like, okay, but so I Fat Joe, I'm not surprised. Yeah. What you want me to do, dude?
Yeah, what you want to do is Joey crack.
Exactly. W or L.
Like that's one of the things though. Like, you can't stay in it. Like we talked about with that Rogan stuff last week. Just let's keep it over here in our culture. Like, we ain't even got a Fat Joe. You ain't even got a comment on Joe.
No
Rogan,
need.
Just leave it alone.
Does Fat Joe even know who Joe Rogan is? Right. Like, come on, Joe. Like, let's keep it real. Come on.
Just leave it alone, bro.
Last W or L to Rose. Rick Ross was asked for ID for delivery at his own house.
Man, this is an L as far as being corny. Like, if I'm getting something worth as much as that was when it comes to my house, yes, ask me for my ID, my nigga. My house ain't nowhere near as big as Rick Ross' house. Ain't no telling who gonna come to the door. And the dude was like an immigrant. Like, he clearly wasn't American.
Right.
He barely knew what Rick Ross was talking about in the video. He was like, yeah, ID.
Right.
Like, with an accent and everything. Like, he probably didn't even know who he was, bro. He's like, I'm William Roberts. So I think this was just trying to flex gone wrong.
I agree. It's an L for Ross if he got tight about it. Like, don't get tight about that, bro.
But like you gonna film it, like the dude just doing his job, bro. You and Jim Jones out here filming niggas and shit. Like, relax, bro. Everybody get injustices, my nigga. Because it wasn't one.
If that shit was delivered someplace and he didn't ask for ID and it was the wrong house, you would be.
He just gave it to a motherfucker. Then you'd be hot.
You'd be like, why you didn't ask for ID? It'd be the first thing you fucking say.
Facts.
So come on, man. You can't do that. On Decker of the Week, we're going to iTunes. Shout out to The Life of Pablo. Love the name. They said grade A podcast, gave us 5 stars. On my soul, it don't get no better than this. Best hip hop podcast, no capper. We appreciate that. Life man. Of Pablo, good looking.
That's a real ass comment.
100%.
And name some slaughter.
You crazy as hell.
we gonna work with you, brother. We appreciate
damn near classic. Listening. That might be a classic name.
Your boy been wilding too. Jesus Christ, Kanye West is nuts, dude. That dude is nuts.
Kanye Instagram is so fucking funny right now, dude.
And it ain't even this. It ain't the scary crazy no more. Fortunately for us, it's the funny crazy now. Like it ain't no longer like he might hurt something or something might happen. Like it's more so like, dude is fucking nuts and it's hilarious.
Nah, it is. It's funny. I'm not gonna lie.
The nigga told the people to stand down on Pete Davidson. He gonna handle it himself and put the Ving Rhames choking Tyrese meme, dude. Like that was classic. God damn, I bet you think Pete Davidson scared?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, he definitely. He don't want no. We talked about the baby here for the free smoke, nigga. Pete Davidson is the opposite of that.
He don't want no smoke. Nigga got beat up in the Super Bowl commercials, dude. I know he don't want no smoke. Damn.
Shout out to the Super Bowl commercials too. That was a good year for Super Bowl commercials. The last couple of years been mid. It was some good shit this year though. I can't even lie.
I like my favorite one was that Doritos. I like that Doritos when the Doritos fell on the ground and the animals was eating it and it came. That was funny. They had to push it. That was fun.
Yeah, that was hard.
I laughed at that.
I like that LeBron one though with the young LeBron. That shit was hard.
From a more sentimental standpoint, that was fire.
That shit was hard.
I fuck with Bron, man. Bron a real nigga, man. I fuck with him.
And they said y'all got cordless headphones. That CGI was crisp in them.
Man, that was hard. They spent the grip on that CGI, nigga. Sheesh. Shout out to Bron, man. It was a Bengals fan at the game at the Super Bowl walking by Bron box and trying to get. He had his mom on FaceTime. He got Bron to speak to his mom. Bron said, "What's up to mom?" That was real, man.
That was hard. I fuck with Bron. Give me a put on, man. What you got?
Put on, man. Speaking of the Super Bowl commercials, I got 2. One was Super Bowl commercial. Law and Order is coming back. Can't wait. That original joint. My guy Jack McCoy back in the saddle.
Oh,
you're not excited enough. Like Law and Order is back in full effect. Can't wait.
We're good on that.
Y'all check that new Law and Order on NBC out. Also, my second put on. I get this guy a lot of flack when we talk about him here, but I watched an interview this past week because one of my favorite people was on there. And that's AZ Faison, the guy behind the Paid in Full story, sold the rights. He was played by Wood Harris. He was Ace. This is the real character. And he was on DJ Vlad. And man, when I tell you, I don't know the last time that I sit and watched a 2-hour and 40-something minute interview, but I watched every second of that. And one of my favorite stories is the Paid in Full hip hop drug story, like how the whole behind the scenes to that. That's one of my favorites. So that's part of the reason. But Vlad did a good job of letting him just cook and tell the story and be animated. And AZ did a great job of being a storyteller. Man, that shit is a must see. DJ Vlad's latest interview, the newest one, not the old one, the newest one with AZ Faison. That shit is good.
Yeah, he's sleeping on Vlad, but it's all good.
That's your man's too.
Yeah, niggas still think you're police, dude. We still on that?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Very much police asking questions.
Well,
AZ was skating on him though. AZ old head, that little police shit that Vlad tried to do. He was
nah. He's definitely asking police type questions. He's just not the police.
Real niggas Matumbo blocking them Vlad questions, and I love to see it. That's part of why I enjoyed this interview too. AZ was like, "Son, what, son?"
Nah, hey, speaking of Vlad, he got the dude from Pretty Ricky that just got hemmed up in the PPP. Man, hearing him explain how he got hemmed up in the PPP. Man, it's just so far. I was like, nigga.
Sound like he was like,
yo, that shit funny as fuck. He just pleaded guilty. He finna do time too, but him explaining it is nuts.
How much time they give me? You know?
Oh, I can't remember, but he got hit up for 24 million. PPP scam. So whatever come with 24 M's, dude.
Hopefully he ain't got to pay it back.
Well, yeah.
Damn.
He claimed it was one of them. My nigga hit me up, said he can give me some bread for something and just give him a piece. And I didn't know that it was a scam, and I didn't know it was a PPP. I ain't know nothing about that. I just gave him his percentage of the loan. I'm like, nigga, what loan do you know? Where they loan you the money and then you give them a percentage back, nigga, for loan, fam.
Now he ignorant enough, I believe, to fall for that.
Nah, nigga just didn't ask no questions.
That too.
That's all that was.
You heard, and then a nigga hit you up and be like, oh shit, nigga.
I can get you.
Let me get your EIN number.
Exactly.
Which should send off a red flag off the wham. But let me get your EIN number and I can get you about 24 million.
Exactly.
Oh, for real?
I owe you. Oh shit. Okay.
Give me a percentage of it. Wait. So I just need to give you my EIN number?
Nigga to ask no questions.
Just give you this and you gonna give me 24 million? Cool. Damn, bro, where you been at? Fuck out of here, nigga.
Hey man, now them little clips be funny as fuck. Anyway,
I'll watch it.
My put on is I'm late to the party, but I finally finished Ozark over the weekend. Complete Flames. Part 2 is on the way. They said in order to be considered for the awards, you have to come out before May. So that means if they want to be considered, then those 7 episodes in part 2 have to be done before May is here. So I think it's going to come out in April. That's my assumption. And I have a bold prediction, but I don't want to spoil anybody who hasn't seen it. So anybody that has seen it, fuck with me on social media, man, so we can talk spoilers. And shit was fire, if anybody was wondering.
Yeah, Jason Bateman baked the cake.
Yeah.
In every episode, he was cooking.
He bodying that shit.
Did you see what he said about why they split it up into 2 seasons?
He
said Netflix didn't want to break the bread. Like if it went over a certain amount of episodes, they would have had to pay them a certain amount of money. But if they split it into 2 seasons, that clause wouldn't go into effect in the contract. So that's why they split this one up. Yeah,
Netflix, their payout schedule is interesting. They pay like really slowly. They pay, but they pay slowly. Maybe it's different for Bateman though. Who knows?
With that net 90, we get you net 90 days.
Exactly. Hey man, we appreciate y'all tapping in for another episode of the OndeckTV show. Make sure you go to YouTube, hit the link in the description, and make sure you subscribe and copy your sweater out here. It's still sweater weather. Be very clear. That link is also in the description, man. Support the real. We would appreciate it.
Facts, man. Them crew necks is on sale for $25. Get you 1 or 2 or 3 or 100.
There you go.
Dollars worth of them. Go ahead and cop those, man. Support the real.
Hey man, we out to the next time.
Cheer.